Good afternoon, Southwest Arkansas. Welcome back, Southwest Arkansas weather. Let's talk about what we have ongoing across the region. So far, we've seen a lot of reports of maybe some snow up across northern areas of the coverage area, mainly freezing rain and sleet, though. That's been the story, and we continue to see some heavier sleet and freezing rain ongoing across southern portions of the region, some scattered areas further north. For all those asking, no, we are not done with this quite yet. That is round one. This afternoon, we're going to kind of get into a little bit of a drier, some more really just isolated, scattered coverage. But as we go into tonight, look what's on our way. We got round two that's going to be heading our direction later this afternoon and into this evening and tonight. And I think that's when we could see some of our heavier overall coverage of just rainfall or freezing rain, sleet for the most part across the region. Let's take a look at future data with that real quickly here and show you what we're meaning with this. So this is the newest HRRR model. This is 11 a.m. continuing to show, hey, there's some sleet, some freezing rain ongoing. Gonna kind of just get, like we said, a little more scattered this afternoon. But don't think it's over yet because right as we go into tonight, look at this. Some heavier coverage moves into the area overnight, and this starts to lift out of here by Sunday morning, by Sunday midday on Sunday. But the heaviest sleet and snowfall total, or not snowfall, but ice totals are going to be probably are going to occur later this evening and into tonight. I really don't think we see much snow. Maybe some as this moves out. Maybe some light snow as this moves out, but for the most part, this is mainly going to continue to be sleet and freezing rain. So we are just really continuing to get started with this. Temperatures are on the colder side already, and they're going to continue to be cold. When we take a look at current temperatures right now, I mean, you're talking temperatures in the teens and 20s still at this time, and I'm going to pull that up real quickly. Give me one moment to do that. When we're talking about temperatures, it like I said, it's going to continue to be cold out there, and with what we're currently seeing, this is as of. Let me go back here, pulling up radar. This is as of 12, right around 11:30, 12 p.m. Look at this: 16, 19, 15, 15 degrees, 17 degrees across northern portions of the region. D Queen's at 25, 27 down here in El Dorado and Magnolia, the warmest areas, but that's still all below freezing. And that continues to be the case. And you got wind gust on top of that. That's making feel like temperatures in the single digits and potentially below zero in some locations. That'll continue to worsen into Sunday morning and Monday morning, where temperatures are going to be in the single digits Monday morning. So, like we said, whatever falls, it's going to be here for a few days. Like I said, road conditions, you can expect them to continue to deteriorate as we go throughout this event. And taking a look at iDrive currently, you can see across the region, I mean, pretty much mixture of snow-covered roads, ice patches, and sleet-covered roads. I mean, we still see we still have incidents along I-30. I mean, look, this is at I-30, and you can see there's a stalled vehicle here in Hope. But look at I-30. I mean, that is pretty much the story of roads across Southwest Arkansas at this time. If we just continue to show you I-30, here's near the Red River. A little better, but still have a lot of issues across the region. Down here in Texarkana, some of these elevated areas, look at that. I mean, that's just continuing to show you road issues and stuff of that nature. I mean, that just continues to be the case. Once again, I think for the most part, as we go throughout this afternoon and evening, we're going to continue to see sleet and freezing rain. The further south you go, freezing rain totals are going to continue to add up across that region, and that's just going to continue to be the case. Here's the Gilliam overpass, and you can see just continuing to see road issues, and that's going to continue to be the case with that. Like we said, down here in El Dorado, still not actually looks a little better down here, but most of the stuff that's occurring down here is freezing rain. So that's a big difference down here. You have a lot more freezing rain down here, which was what we were expecting across far southern portions of the region. But when you go further north, you have more sleet mixed in with that. Which here's Caddo Valley on I-30, which is crazy. That's a bunch of sleet mixed in. Here comes a plow, and that's another thing. Look at this. When this plow comes through, not doing a whole lot because of that sleet being in just being uh being what it is. Sleet really just, when you drive over it, it just packs down and just continues to be layers of ice, and that's going to continue to be the case as we go throughout this evening. I mean, just looking through here, here's another look up here near Fordyce. I mean, just road conditions are definitely on the bad side of things. So if you don't have to get out today, don't try to. I know some people have to, but if you don't don't put yourself in that danger. Taking a look at power outages, Sevier County has mainly seen a lot of freezing rain and sleet mixed in with that. So they've had a lot of power outages there. I know we've got reports of trees down, and if you look, they're actually on top in Arkansas with the most customers without power in the counties here. Miller County second. Polk County's got 127 customers out. Little River 250, 77 in Howard, 3 in Hempstead County, and Grant County has 138 out there. So just continue to be on the lookout. I fully expect if we have more power outage issues, it's going to be this evening and into tomorrow as the totals start to pile up with freezing rain and sleet, stuff of that nature. So fully expect this to continue onward. We're gonna get a little bit of a break, like we said there, with the overall coverage for a brief bit. But once again, as we go into this evening, that coverage is going to return again, as you can see here, and it's going to probably be a little heavier than what we've seen. Probably our heaviest totals are the heaviest precipitation, mostly freezing rain and sleet. Once again, is going to be tonight, and you can see that's just going to continue to be the case through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. So expect this to lift out of our region by tomorrow morning. That's probably going to be, by about tomorrow midday, it should be moving through our area. Can't rule out maybe a snow flurry or two that evening. But for the most part, though, we're going to continue onward with seeing sleet and freezing rain. So conditions are just going to continue to worsen across the region. I know so far we've had reports of totals around the region in Pike County, 2.5 to 3 inches of sleet across the county. That's just a whole lot of sleet, and more elsewhere, some freezing rain. Really down here, what's helping you is you're in the mid to upper 20s right now, but you're still seeing a lot of freezing rain down here in El Dorado and Magnolia. Not near as much sleet. As you go further north, you get more sleet out of that, and we're probably going to continue to see that further north up here, a mixture of freezing rain and sleet. Further south, a lot of ice accumulation, and freezing rain totals is going to be, freezing rain, ice, same thing there. That's going to be a lot of our higher totals on our freezing rain accumulation. Once again, is going to be down here along this Highway 82, U.S. Highway 82, which is this highway here corridor. That's going to be our highest ice totals. Further north, probably more sleet. Some icing will occur with the freezing rain that occurs there, but hopefully the main ordeal is sleet there. That's going to make road conditions. That's going to keep road conditions on the worser side, but freezing rain will affect your power outages more. So we'll continue to see what happens with that. Like I said, I fully expect power outages to continue to grow as we go into this evening and Sunday, because we just start to continue to add up those totals. Once again, it's going to be cold for a few days. I don't expect this to go away by the time we get into Monday. What's on the ground is going to be here for a bit. Like we said, temperature is going to be in the teens and 20s for highs today. I mean, you're looking at our highs right now for the most part. And then as we go into tomorrow, you're going to continue to see colder conditions like this, and potentially Monday morning, you're talking temperatures in the single digits potentially for lows, and then you get wind chills on top of that. So expect below that. I mean, you may have below zero wind chill values with what we see there through the beginning of this week. And like I said, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll continue to keep you updated as long as we can. Just if you don't have to travel, don't try to do that. I know there's a lot of roadways right now that are either, I mean, all of our roadways are either reporting ice patches, sleet covered slash snow covered roads. I mean, it's just gonna, it's not, this is like we mentioned before, coming up to this. If you had to get stuff, time was probably good to do that earlier this week. Now's the time to just, hey, let this get through, and don't try to attempt it unless you have to. And once again, stay warm, know what to do in case power outages. Have your winter checklist or winter storm checklist, and be prepared for that possibility. We're going to continue to keep an eye on it. We'll continue to keep you updated on power outages and all that. If there's any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Like we always say, we'll answer them throughout the event to the best of our abilities. Not really going to make a new update on our total precip map, or well, accumulations, because I think those are still where we're going to be at. We could see, like I said, some higher sleet totals, some freezing rain totals nearing possibly an inch down there across the Highway 82 corridor, which is down there, Texarkana, Magnolia, over there to El Dorado, that area. I think we see up to 3/4 of an inch, so maybe an inch of ice down there. Further north, those ice totals get a little lower, down to about 1/10 of an inch up near Mena, 1/10 quarter of an inch up there near Mena, Mount Ida, Hot Springs, Nashville, Hope, Arkadelphia, Murfreesboro, D Queen, Fordyce, probably closer to a quarter to half an inch, maybe some higher, isolated higher amounts. But on the sleet side of things, you're talking totals nearing probably 6 inches in some locations like Mena, and other areas, possibly near 4 inches of sleet, and that's a lot of sleet, like we said. So that's going to continue to be the case. But as always, if there's any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. So far, I don't see any. I just also want to take this time to say big thanks to all of our sponsors: J&S Auto Supply, Bumper to Bumper, Landmark Insurance Agency, Palmer's Roofing, and Patterson's Credit Union. If you own a business and you would like to join these group of sponsors, feel free to contact us. Shoot us a message over on Facebook, as always, there with that.